super excited about this conversation. I know we've got limited time, so why don't you start by just telling us about the Webflow community and your role within it?
All right. Hey, everyone. Happy to be here to chat with you today. So Webflow and community. So community has been instrumental in Webflow since the very beginning. Vlad and our other co-founders really put an emphasis on feedback and listening to the community. And that kind of foundation of kindness and generosity and really the desire to see everyone succeed was really there at the beginning. And that foundation has really just allowed the community to flourish into what it is today. For me, so I'm a senior product expert at Webflow, and it's a bit of an odd title. So let me kind of explain how I got here. So I was building freelance websites, building with Webflow, and found the community forum. And I started helping others there and just really enjoyed it a lot. Eventually worked up to be a moderator. The opportunity from there opened up for me to join as a quality analyst. Now, going from a quality analyst to a product expert, it was more about like, how can I represent and advocate for our community more internally? And that's what I transitioned to being a senior product expert. And the thing about our community is we formed what we call the education and community team. And it's really, community for us is not a sales tactic. It's not a top of the funnel way for us to get new customers. It's really about having a journey with our customers, building the product alongside with them to their needs. And so this feedback loop, this cycle. And so our mission is to empower everyone to build for the web. And so we believe that education is the learning component of that, and community is everyone growing together to accomplish this mission and to all succeed together.
Thank you, Matthew. I think what exemplifies that most is recently when Webflow announced the community grants program and really investing in it. And we've seen it with working with y'all. What was going on in your community, or what challenges were you facing when you started to look at Common Room and ultimately decide to use it?
Yeah. So when I first became a senior product expert within education and community, my focus was a lot on advocacy. And I didn't know that community tools actually existed or were kind of emerging, an emerging area. And when I found them, I was so happy and so pleasantly surprised. I was like, this is exactly what we need in order to get a holistic view of our community across all the different sources. And, when we're interacting with a specific member or a segment, we can really understand the sentiment that's there, the activity that's going on, without having to monitor 24/7 each individual channel, which is it's untenable, right? It's not possible. So just realizing that, we have these tools that can assist us to get that holistic view was just, it was mind blowing, and still to this day, being able to use Common Room to get these views into the community, it's just super empowering for myself and the team.
Yeah, it's been amazing just watching your team embrace not necessarily just the tool, but community itself, because of the insights that you've been able to share and how you've helped us in evolving the tool itself. Now that you have access to Common Room and many of your peers and stakeholders, what does it unlock for you and specifically Webflow in terms of insights and informing strategy?
Yeah, it's knowing about, so on a daily basis, where and how to engage with the community, being able to go in and see what the trending conversations are, and then quickly get the context around the conversation that's happening, being able to see if there's already some team members from Webflow in the conversation, if there are influencers or other people in the conversation, being able to get that at a glance really quickly and set that context helps for the daily engagement a lot. And then the reporting has really allowed us to kind of focus in. So before I was actually pulling statistics from, different channels and manually importing those into Airtable. And I kind of come to this conclusion that responsiveness is really important for us. And the way I kind of came to this conclusion, I was looking at response time and activity levels and doing some math and formulas and trying to really to get that responsiveness rate, because the amount of activity can change week by week, but it's really the rate of response and keeping that kind of baseline steady that we're trying to achieve. It's not the number of activities or number of responses. It's about holding that responsiveness baseline. So previously, it was a lot of manual work to kind of track all this. And now we just, open the reporting dashboard, and it's right there. And easy to kind of measure and then communicate out to the rest of the team or to other teams. Any kind of follow-up questions, I guess, on there?
Yeah, no, it's interesting when I get to work with folks like you, Matthew, just hearing about all the manual calculations, the work that you're doing just to keep things running. And that's an area and an opportunity for tools like Common Room to come in and help. Where do you see yourself going from here? What type of initiatives? What do you see being unlocked for the rest of the organization, or what's the future of community and using Common Room at Webflow?
Yeah. So as we show the power of Common Room and really be able to extract these kind of insights from the community, we're seeing our success teams being able to identify those pioneers and new companies that are starting to use Webflow, and that's definitely led to some kind of instrumental kind of conversations earlier on that could have easily been missed. Our research team is able to take some of the products data. Like we have an open source platform called the Showcase where people can share their websites. And so the research team is able to see those who are sharing sites and then match that with some other criteria and quickly, develop lists of people they can reach out to for that kind of one-on-one research. Yeah,
it's, go ahead, Matt.
No, is that good?
It's exciting when this has been a data problem for companies like Webflow and other organizations we work for. And a lot of the conversations I'm hearing, especially at the industry events, are around how do we make community important to the rest of the company? It seems like you all have figured that out either by exposing the rest of the company and it being in the DNA to support community, but also sharing the data points, sharing the insights and getting folks involved and leveraging tools like this. It sounds like can help to speed up that process and really get everybody all rowing in the same direction and working closely with customers. Well, thank you for those insights, Matthew. We're super excited to work with you and the team. You've unlocked a lot for us in terms of understanding what to build and the importance of it and prioritizing it.